Welcome to another deep dive. Today we're exploring something our sources call the quantum soul. We're going to be talking about reincarnation,
Oh, right.
astrology, and this idea of the I am presence.
And what's really interesting about these sources is how they connect these ideas. They suggest they're not separate beliefs,
Right.
but kind of like facets of a single interconnected reality.
So let's start with reincarnation.
Uh-huh.
The soul being reborn into multiple lives.
Okay.
That's not a new idea.
Right.
But these sources offer a new perspective.
Yeah.
They talk about reincarnation not as like a cycle of repetition, but a spiral of growth.
Exactly. Like, imagine it this way. Each lifetime is like climbing a step on a staircase.
Okay?
And this staircase, it's infinite. Every step might be challenging, might be steep, but with each climb, you get a clearer view,
I
a
bet.
deeper understanding of yourself and the universe.
So it's not just about coming back over and over.
Right.
It's about evolving with each lifetime.
Precisely. And the sources really emphasize this evolution.
Okay.
It's not about achieving some sort of perfection. It's about learning and growing through these different experiences, joyful and challenging, transforming pain into compassion,
Yeah.
fear into courage, ignorance into wisdom.
This makes me wonder about reincarnation. If it's about growth.
Yeah.
Why does it feel like sometimes we're just repeating the same mistakes over and over again?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And the sources address this directly. They say these recurring challenges,
Yeah.
they're not punishments, they're opportunities.
Oh,
You can think of them as these cosmic course corrections,
I see.
chances to finally master a lesson we haven't quite grasped yet.
So it's not about getting it right. It's
Yeah.
about continuously refining our understanding of the challenge
Yeah.
until we reach the core lesson.
Yes, and this process of refinement, this peeling back those layers,
Yeah.
this is where the idea of life as a mirror comes in.
Okay.
The source material suggests that each lifetime acts as a reflection. Okay.
Showing us who we were, who we are,
I see.
and who we have the potential to become.
That's a powerful image, life as a mirror.
Yeah.
But how do we know we're seeing our true reflection?
Right.
It seems like there's so many external pressures that can distort our image.
You're absolutely right. The sources acknowledge this. Social, familial, even institutional pressures
Right.
can cloud our perception.
Okay.
And they emphasize this inner work
Yeah.
of disentangling ourselves from those external influences to uncover our authentic selves.
So it's about recognizing the difference between who we are at our core and who we've been conditioned to be by the world around us.
Exactly. It's about peeling back those layers
Yeah.
of conditioning those inherited patterns and beliefs that might be holding us back.
And this process of self-discovery, of uncovering our true selves,
Yeah,
does it have implications beyond just our individual lives?
absolutely.
Yeah.
The source material suggests as we individually work to free ourselves from limiting beliefs.
Right. We contribute to a larger collective awakening.
Wow.
They use the analogy of a symphony,
Okay.
suggesting that each note of authenticity we play adds to the harmony of the universe.
So as we work on becoming our truest selves,
Yeah.
we're actually contributing to the evolution of humanity as a whole.
Precisely. And this ties into another concept from the sources, the law of cause and effect. It's not about punishment and reward,
Right.
but understanding our choices,
Yep.
our actions,
Yes.
even our thoughts have consequences.
Okay.
These consequences ripple outwards,
Yeah.
impacting the collective energy field.
This idea that we're all interconnected,
Yeah.
that our individual choices impact the whole,
Right.
it's pretty humbling. Makes you think twice about the choices you make.
It really does.
Okay, so we've talked about reincarnation as a spiral of growth life, as a mirror,
Yeah.
reflecting our true selves and this interconnectedness through the law of cause and effect. Where do we go from here?
Well, the source material takes a turn into a realm that might surprise some people. It introduces this concept of the psychic plane,
Okay.
and it's not quite what you might expect.
Interesting.
It's described as a subtle realm filled with human thoughts, emotions, and desires.
So not like angels and ascended masters.
Not exactly.
Okay.
The source material cautions against viewing the psychic plane as purely positive or idyllic.
I see.
They actually compare it to walking through a dense fog
Okay.
where it's easy to get lost.
Uh-huh.
The path is obscured, and the voices you hear might not be what they seem.
So the sources are saying this psych.
Exactly. The sources emphasize the true path lies in cultivating that inner connection with the I am presence, that spark of the divine within each of us.
The I am presence, we've mentioned it a few times, but I think it's time we dive a little deeper. Can you elaborate a bit?
Of course. The I am presence, it's described as our true essence, the divine spark that resides within each of us. That part of us that's eternal, unchanging, and infinitely wise.
So it's like this inner compass, this guiding light.
Yes.
That's always there.
Right.
Even when we feel lost.
And the source material suggests the more we connect with this I am presence, the more we can navigate these challenges of life, the illusions of the psychic plane, and ultimately the journey of our soul's evolution.
It's like having a direct line to the ultimate source of wisdom. This is fascinating stuff. Before we go any deeper into the I am present and how to connect with it, I want to remind everyone watching, if you're finding this exploration insightful like we are, hit that subscribe button. Give the video a like and share with anyone who might resonate with these concepts.
Absolutely.
Okay, back to the deep dive. We were talking about the I am presence as this inner compass, this source of wisdom and guidance. How do we actually tap into that?
Well, the source material offers several suggestions. And one of the most powerful is invoking the I am presence through affirmations.
Affirmations, so like consciously stating our connection to this divine source?
Exactly. The sources suggest using affirmations like, I am the presence that guides my journey. I am the presence that governs my life with love, wisdom, and power. Or even, I am the light that illuminates my path.
These affirmations sound powerful, like reminders to shift our focus from the external world to that inner source.
You got it. And the source material goes on to suggest this practice of invoking the I am presence can help us navigate a crucial aspect of our spiritual journey. Emotional mastery.
Emotional mastery. Okay. I'm intrigued. Tell me more. What does that mean in the context of these sources?
The source material compares the human heart to an ocean of emotions, acknowledging the power and potential turbulence of our feelings.
So we're navigating the high seas.
Yes.
And without a skilled captain, we can get swept away by the storms.
Exactly. And the sources suggest the I am presence is that skilled captain, offering us the wisdom and strength to navigate those waters with clarity and resilience.
So how do we achieve this emotional mastery? Is it about suppressing our emotions, trying to stay calm and positive?
Not at all. The sources emphasize that emotional mastery isn't about denial or suppression. It's about transformation, learning to transmute those internal storms into a higher vibration.
So instead of avoiding or denying, we learn to transform them into something more constructive.
Precisely. And the sources point to the law of love as the key. It's about learning to approach our emotions and the emotions of others with compassion, understanding, and forgiveness.
This law of love, is it a specific set of rules or more of a general principle?
It's more of a guiding principle, recognizing that love is the most powerful force in the universe. And by aligning ourselves with that love, we can transform our lives and the world around us. The source material suggests this law of love operates on a level beyond our human understanding.
So it's like tapping into a universal current of love. That helps us navigate our own emotional landscape and contribute to a more harmonious world.
Exactly. And the source material suggests the I am presence is our direct link to that current.
This is all incredibly thought-provoking. We've explored reincarnation as a spiral of growth life, as a mirror, the interconnectedness through the law of cause and effect, the psychic plane, and the transformative power of the I am presence. There's so much here, and we're just getting started. Stay tuned for part 2 of our deep dive into the quantum soul, where we'll delve even deeper into these concepts.
Sounds great. Picking up where we left off, these sources don't just talk about this law of love. They actually offer ways to apply it. They suggest things like meditation, conscious breathing as tools for achieving emotional balance.
So it's not just about understanding it intellectually. It's about actually experiencing it, embodying it in our lives.
Exactly. The sources emphasize the importance of bringing these concepts down from the realm of ideas and into the realm of lived experience.
And this goes back to that idea of the I am presence. That by connecting with that divine spark, we can navigate those emotional waters with more skill.
It's like we're not tossed about by the waves, we're learning to surf them.
I like that analogy.
So
speaking of surfing, the source material dives into another concept,
Okay.
this idea of ascension,
Yeah.
of transcending the cycle of reincarnation altogether.
Yes.
So we've talked about reincarnation as a spiral of growth,
Right.
but these sources are suggesting there's like an ultimate destination,
Yeah.
a point where we graduate from the school of earthly experiences.
Exactly. And they describe ascension as emerging with divine perfection, a return to our true nature as beings of light.
That sounds pretty profound.
It is.
But is this something that just happens automatically,
Okay.
or do we actively work towards it?
That's where it gets interesting. The sources suggest that ascension isn't something that's just bestowed upon us.
Okay.
It's something we actively choose, something we cultivate.
So it's not about passively waiting.
No.
It's about making a conscious effort to evolve.
Exactly. And they even provide some specific practices to support this process of ascension, like affirmations and visualizations that help us align our energy with that higher vibration. Things like, I am the light that ascends my soul to eternal freedom.
So it's about shifting our mindset, aligning our intentions with this goal of ascension. But this seems like a pretty daunting task.
Sure.
This idea of transcending the cycle of reincarnation. Where do we even begin?
Well, the source material emphasizes the journey isn't about adding more to our to-do list.
Right.
It's not about striving for some unattainable ideal. It's about simplifying,
Okay.
stripping away those layers of conditioning and beliefs that obscure our true nature.
I see.
It's about remembering who we truly are, divine beings of light already whole and complete.
So it's less about achieving something new
Right.
and more about remembering something we've forgotten.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that the divine spark that I am presence
Yeah.
is already within us. We just need to clear away the clutter so that its light can shine through.
This is making me think about all the time we spend chasing external things,
Yeah.
thinking that happiness and fulfillment lie outside of ourselves.
Absolutely.
What if true happiness comes from connecting with that divine spark within?
That's a profound insight,
Yeah.
and one that the source material echoes. True happiness and fulfillment aren't found in achievements or possessions,
Okay.
but in aligning ourselves with our soul's purpose,
Right.
with the unique expression of the divine that we embody.
So it's about recognizing our own individual gifts, our own way of shining our light in the world.
Precisely. And the sources emphasize,
Okay.
as we each step into our own authentic expression,
Yeah.
we contribute to a collective awakening,
Wow.
a raising of consciousness that benefits everyone.
This reminds me of the tapestry analogy.
Yes.
Each thread, each individual soul
Right.
adds to the richness and beauty of the overall design.
And the source material suggests,
Yeah.
as we each awaken to our divine nature, our own unique light,
Okay.
we contribute to the luminosity of the whole tapestry. Like we're each holding a piece of a puzzle.
I see.
And as we come together, the picture becomes clearer, more vibrant.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
This idea that our individual journeys contribute to a larger collective transformation.
It is.
It's humbling and inspiring.
It really is.
It makes you realize that small acts of kindness, even moments of connection,
Yes.
can have a ripple effect far beyond ourselves.
You're absolutely right. The sources emphasize that as we cultivate greater love, compassion, understanding,
Yeah.
those qualities radiate outwards, impacting not just our immediate surroundings,
Oh.
but the entire web of life.
This is making me think about all the challenges in our world right now.
Right.
All the conflict, the division, the environmental destruction.
Yeah.
It can feel overwhelming.
Yeah.
But what if the key to addressing these challenges
Sure.
lies in this collective awakening,
Yeah.
in each of us connecting with that divine spark and letting our light shine?
That's a powerful question.
Yeah.
And the source material offers a hopeful answer. It suggests as we each do our own inner work, as we cultivate greater love and compassion,
Yeah.
we contribute to a shift in the collective consciousness, a shift towards greater harmony, understanding, and peace. It's like we're planting seeds of light.
I see.
And as those seeds take root and blossom,
Yeah.
they create a more beautiful world.
That's a beautiful image. But this journey of self-discovery,
Yeah.
of spiritual awakening,
Right.
it can feel overwhelming. There's so much to learn,
Understand.
so much to unpack, so much to integrate. Where do we even begin?
Well, the sources offer guidance. They emphasize self-reflection,
Okay.
taking time to quiet the mind,
Right.
listen to the whispers of our soul. They encourage things like meditation journaling, spending time in nature, anything that helps us create space for stillness, for introspection.
So it's about creating space for ourselves for that inner voice to be heard.
Yes, it's about learning to tune into our own guidance system.
Okay.
To trust our intuition and follow the path that feels most aligned with our soul's purpose.
This is really resonating with me. It's like we're each given a unique map, a blueprint for our soul's journey, and it's up to us to learn how to read it.
And the source material suggests the more we practice listening to that inner voice, the more we trust our intuition, the more those synchronicities become apparent. It's like strengthening a muscle, developing our capacity to perceive those subtle nudges from the universe.
This is fascinating stuff. I have to say, this conversation is really sparking something within me. It's making me think about my own life.
That's wonderful.
My own choices, my own path in a whole new way.
I think that's one of the most powerful aspects of exploring these concepts. They have the potential to awaken something within us. To ignite a spark of curiosity, a desire to delve deeper, to discover our own truth.
Absolutely. And before we go any further, I want to encourage everyone watching, if you're feeling that spark, that sense of resonance, please hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like. And share it with anyone who might be on a similar journey. Okay, back to the deep dive. We were talking about learning to trust our intuition. To follow the path that feels most aligned with our soul's purpose. What does that look like in practice?
That's a great question. And honestly, the answer is different for everyone. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to this.
So it's less about following rules or dogmas and more about listening to our own inner compass.
Exactly. The sources emphasize that we are each on a unique journey, and there's no right or wrong way to navigate it. What matters is that we are moving in a direction that feels aligned with our soul's purpose, with that unique expression of the divine.
This makes me think about all the times I've compared myself to others. Feeling like I wasn't spiritual enough or doing things the right way.
I understand.
What if the real key is to let go of comparisons and focus on my own unique path?
That's beautiful. And one that the sources support. They remind us we are not here to be carbon copies of each other. We're here to express our own unique gifts, our own unique light. And the more we embrace our individuality, the more we contribute to the richness and diversity of the whole.
This is really shifting my perspective. It's like I'm given permission to let go of the shoulds and the have-tos and just embrace the journey.
That's wonderful to hear. And remember, the sources emphasize we are not alone on this journey. We have the support of the universe, the guidance of the I Am Presence, and the love of countless unseen beings.
That's reassuring to hear. Sometimes it feels like we're on this journey alone. But knowing we have this unseen support system, this cosmic cheering section, it makes a difference.
It really does. It reminds us we're part of something bigger, that we are all interconnected and that we're all guided towards the same destination. A realization of our own divine nature and a world that reflects that divinity.
This conversation is inspiring, and I'm grateful to be exploring these concepts with you.
Me too.
But we've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
And I don't want to overwhelm our viewers with too much information. So we'll pause here for now, but don't worry, there's more to come. Stay tuned for part 3 of our deep dive into the quantum soul. Where we'll explore these ideas and delve into more insights from the sources. Welcome back to our deep dive into the quantum soul. I'm excited to continue this exploration, and I know you have some fascinating insights to share from the sources.
Well, after exploring, some of these complex aspects of this journey, like the psychic plane, I think the sources do something smart here. They kind of circle back to the core message, reminding us of the simplicity and power of the I Am Presence.
So after venturing out into the subtle realms and all these concepts, it's like we're invited back to that inner sanctuary.
Exactly. The source material reminds us that true spiritual growth, it's not about seeking validation through these extraordinary experiences or chasing psychic phenomena. It's about cultivating that connection with the divine spark within. That I Am Presence that's always available.
It's like we've been exploring this vast cosmos. But the real treasure was inside us all along.
The sources emphasize that true power lies not in manipulating external energies or seeking signs and wonders, but aligning ourselves with that I Am Presence that inner light that can guide us through anything.
So it's about shifting our focus from external to internal, from seeking validation to cultivating that inner knowing.
Precisely. And one of the most powerful practices they offer for cultivating this is invoking the I am presence. We talked about this, but it's worth revisiting. It's such a simple practice.
I agree.
Yet so profound.
Yeah, I remember those affirmations.
Yes.
Like, I am the presence that guides my journey. What's the key to using those effectively?
It's not just about repeating words. It's about feeling the truth of those statements, embodying those qualities.
So embodying the truth, not just intellectually understanding them, but feeling them in our hearts.
Exactly. Aligning our energy with that higher vibration.
And the sources say if we do this consistently, we start to experience a shift in our perception.
They do. It's like we're tuning our inner radio dial to a higher frequency. The static fades away, and we can receive a clearer signal.
Tuning our radio dial to a higher frequency.
Yeah.
I like that. It makes me think about how much time we spend on those negative thoughts, amplifying those lower frequencies.
Yeah.
What if we could choose to amplify love, joy, peace?
That's exactly it. And the source material highlights that this practice of aligning ourselves with the I am presence plays a big role in ascension.
Ascension, their ultimate liberation. The sources seem to suggest it's not just an event that happens after we die. It's something we work towards now.
Precisely. Ascension is an ongoing process, a journey of evolution that we can embark on right now. It's about embodying those qualities in our everyday lives, expressing them in our thoughts, words, actions.
So it's not about escaping from the world or waiting for something to happen.
Right.
It's about bringing heaven down to earth.
Exactly. It's about recognizing we're not separate from the divine, but expressions of it.
This deep dive has been an incredible exploration of the quantum soul.
It has.
Its journey, its potential, and its destiny.
It's been inspiring and challenging and deeply moving.
I think the most important takeaway is this evolution is not passive. It's something we choose. Something we cultivate through our thoughts, words, and actions.
Exactly. We have the power to shape our destiny, to awaken to our potential, and to create a world that reflects the beauty of our souls.
That's a powerful message. And I want to thank you for sharing your insights with us.
It's been my pleasure.
And to everyone watching, if you've enjoyed this deep dive, please hit subscribe, give the video a like, and share it. We'll see you next time for another exploration. And if you're ready to continue your journey right now, we have 2 videos on screen for you to choose from. Just click on one and keep exploring.